this is Maurine Kwende, your podcast host, and you are listening to the Empowerment Minutes podcast. You know, it's a podcast to empower you with nuggets on learning and development, training, leadership, coaching, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. I am a learning leader, researcher, speaker, coach, consultant, and author of the book Dream Big and Live Your Dreams Boldly. I am also the CEO and founder of EMK Learning Solutions LLC, and I also have the honor to coach aspiring instructional designers and trainers, learning and development professionals to become better leaders. So if you need help in that area, I'm more than happy to help. You know, we're approaching the end of the year, and it's another exciting week to be back on the show. So to get us started, I want to say thank you so much for being a listener. And you listening in every week makes a whole lot of difference to me. So thank you so much. Thank you for being there. So last week we talked about the benefits of setting goals for 2023. So this week we'll discuss how to set the goals and how to achieve them, because you want to set the goals and then the next step is being able to achieve them. So it's important to not just set goals for the sake of it, but having a mindset of achieving them would help us to see the manifestation. So the first thing to do when it comes to setting goals is to reflect on your 2022, right? Yeah, you want to think about your 2022. You know, it's easier to say, okay, well, I just want to set goals for 2023, but it's important for you to reflect on your year. Think about January to now. What did you achieve this year? Look at your professional life, your personal life, your career, vocational, financial, self-care, all these areas. What did you achieve? Were there some great opportunities? What are some of the things that you wouldn't want to happen again? What are some things that you'd want them to happen again, and vice versa? You know, write down, just go down your goals for 2022 if you had them. If not, reflect on the year and just take a moment to celebrate any wins. Hopefully you had some wins. Celebrate the wins and whatever that means to you. Okay, so when you've taken the time to reflect and celebrate wins, then the next step is to identify your why. Why are you doing the work you do right now? Why are you doing that job? What are you doing? What are you doing for work? Do you like what you do? Is it aligned with your values? What are your values, right? Take time to know what your values are. I've talked about values so many times in this podcast. Is your work aligned to your values, right? You want to make sure that there's some alignment. Think about where you are. Are you happy with what you do? What would you rather do something else? What does the future look like? What would you like to see in terms of your professional or in terms of your career? These questions will help you gain clarity and get you to a place to have a process to get started for 2023. So now, after you've done the reflection and after you've worked on yourself, thinking about where you are, identify your why, making sure it's aligned to your values, then it's time to get started on the goals, right? And when it comes to goals, we have so many different categories, right? Maybe you want to break them down in professional goals, personal growth goals, self-care goals, financial goals, put them in different categories, right? And then make the goals smart, right? Make the goals specific and measurable. So for example, I want to lose weight in 2023. That's not a smart goal, right? So how do you measure that, right? So you want to think about how many calories you want to lose, by what specific time frame, what specifically are you going to do? So maybe you want to lose 25 pounds in 2023, say by July 2023, right? And so then you got to break that down. You want to lose 5 pounds a month then? And so what do you want to do then to make sure that you're losing the pounds, right? Do you want to exercise 5 times a week for an hour? How about your diet, right? Do you want to change your diet? You want to check what you're eating, if it's actually counterproductive. You want to work on those areas as well. So you see how specific this example is, right? So that's how, to make your goals smart, right? So make sure you have smart goals. Make them as specific and measurable as much as possible. Now that you have goals then, okay, you're happy with your goals. What's next, right? What's next? So the next thing you want to think about is achieving them, right? Because you don't want to just have goals for the sake of it. How do you go about achieving your goals? For me, I take it a step further by creating a vision board, right? So you want to be able to visualize your goals. I create a vision board. I use Canva to create a digital vision board. Maybe you want to use Canva. Canva is you have a free version that you can use to create a vision board, and maybe save it on your phone screensaver so you can see it every day. You can also set reminders, to work on your goals and keep track daily, right? For me personally, I have writing goals, and I have on my calendar blocked times for writing, right? So do what you have to do to remind yourself to follow those goals, right? So then the next thing you want to do to achieve your goals is to find an accountability partner. I mean, I cannot emphasize this enough. Who do you have in your circle that you can trust? Can they commit to hold you accountable to complete this goal, right? How do you want to set that up? Do you want them to check on you on a weekly basis? Do you want to give them a report of what you're working on a daily basis or a weekly basis? Come up with a plan. That's something that you and your accountability partner can commit to make sure that you're able to achieve those goals. Okay. So then you want to take it further by finding a coach if you need one. If you need to have a coach, some people really have time, focusing and committing to their goals. So if that's you, I would advise you to or recommend that you find a coach, someone that can really hold you down to achieving those goals, right? And then for some people, this is another way of helping them achieve their dreams by setting up a reward, right? So can you set yourself a reward when you complete the goals? Maybe something you really want that when you achieve the goals, you can reward yourself. Maybe is that something that can inspire you? It doesn't have to be something that is of monetary value. It could be something else. What is it that you can reward yourself with? Is it some self-care time, right? But one thing I know is that to achieve anything in life, you need sacrifice. So what are you willing to sacrifice to make sure that you achieve your goals for 2023? That's something you want to think about. As a final thought, then, I want to throw that in that writing goals are iterative, right? So if you write it down today, it doesn't mean that it's the be all and all. It doesn't all happen at once. It helps to set time to reevaluate your goals and then go back and reassess your goals. So maybe you want to do that every quarter. Set something that would work for your schedule and that would also work for your accountability partner schedule. So when you're making those changes, that person would be aware that, oh, okay, I've reevaluated these goals and this is what it actually looks now, or what it's going to work better for me. Okay, so that's it for this week's podcast. I want to say thank you so much to all our listeners out there. I hope you found this episode useful, and I hope that you're going to commit to working on your goals for 2023. I want to see you achieve your goals. I'm cheering and rooting for you to make sure that you're able to achieve all your goals. So yeah, share it with your network. Let me know what your thoughts are and how I can be of help. You would like me to coach you, you want me to help you with accountability. I have accountability templates as well that I work with my clients. If that's something that you need help with, please feel free to contact me. I'll be able to help with that resource as well. Right? So thank you so much. Be safe, be well, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.